And welcome back. There's three new pieces of news that dropped today in regard to Enlisted. Number one, those Russian paratroopers we've seen running around in all these pictures and leaks, turns out they're premium squad. Now, they have said that there's going to be an event squad coming soon, so we might see another squad with similar mechanics as them, but the main takeaway is that they're coming with the tech tree AS-44s, and you'll be able to swap out their weapons for essentially whatever you want. Now, I'm curious if that means rifles, SMGs, whatever. I think it should because they have AS-44s, but I guess we'll wait and see when we see more about them. In addition, we're getting the amazing Australian Dick Tank. It should do alright. It only has the 2-pounder 40mm gun. I think it's intended to help fill out the Pacific more with more interesting vehicles. Admittedly, I'd like to see the AC-4 with, I believe, the 17-pounder. It may not be a 17-pounder, but it is a significantly larger gun. And we're getting the Chi-He, which, as I understand, is an up-armored Chi-Hawkeye, but otherwise very similar. Has a 47mm gun. We'll see whether it gets heat or not. I think it's not getting heat based off of this. They normally mention heat, but I guess we'll see. In addition to that, though, the next exciting piece is that we have the third testing coming up. I'll probably try to make a video about that later. It looks like this server is going to have the new BR system. If my prediction is right, the new BR system's pretty much going to be the same as the old system, but using numbers instead of letters. But hey, maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. Maybe it'll help separate things a little bit more than the other system did. There's a bit in here about duplicate equipment, just detailing which things are going to be transferred over, which things you're going to have to re-research. I think the P-38 was one that you're going to have to unlock because they're reclassifying it. But yeah, pretty much everything that they already released in the news posts earlier this week about new matchmaking, how you're going to prioritize locations, how various different things are going to change. You can still get your profile icon if you haven't gotten it before. It's very easy. Pop in, play 3 games, and boom, you get yourself an icon. I think the only other thing that stands out is from the other day when people were asking if we'd be getting another German event squad. It looks like we are not. So I'm very curious to see who is paired with the upcoming Russian squad. I guess we'll have to wait and see. It kind of makes sense not to give the Germans another one, since going into the update they're going to already have 3 paratrooper squads. I've seen some concern with 3 paratrooper squads. One of them has mini flamers, plus potentially running 3 more flamethrower squads, so Berlin might become even more of a nightmare than it already is. I think people have a point, but at the same time, I mean, the flamethrowers are pretty short-ranged. As long as you keep your distance, probably going to be okay. And I don't think too many people are going to run nothing but flamethrowers. I think it pigeonholes you too much into a close-quarter CQB lineup. Obviously, it'd be incredible for rushing points, but it takes 1 bomb from 1 plane, 1 tank shell from 1 tank, or 1 particularly aggressive Russian with a PPSH to mow them down. So I don't think it'll be too big of an issue. I am, however, very curious to see who else we get. If they're ruling out the Germans because they have 3 paratrooper squads, it makes sense that they're also going to rule out the Americans, since they have 2 British squads and the American squad from the Pacific, and they have the American premium paratroopers. So they're already fairly stacked. So maybe we'll see another Japanese premium squad. Maybe we'll only see the Russian one. Maybe they won't be paratroopers at all. We'll just have to wait and see. As per usual, keep getting out there, keep taking those points, and keep putting down the bad guys.